Indeed, the best speech is the word of the Almighty Lord. The best way of life is the sunnah of our beloved Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. The best of affairs are the prescribed matters, and the worst of affairs are the novelties, the innovated matters. The most noble death is the death of a martyr, and the best of knowledge is that which benefits. The upper hand is better than the lower hand, and the wailing over the dead is from ignorance. The worst of earnings is the earnings of a riba. The worst of food is eating the inheritance of the orphan. The worst of reports are those which are lies. Abusing a Muslim is wickedness. Killing him is kufr, and backbiting him is eating his flesh alive. He who is patient in calamities, Allah Ta'ala will turn his affairs, making it alright. He who is proud of himself, who loves himself, Allah Ta'ala will debase him. He who does acts to be seen by man, to be heard by man, to be known by man, Allah Ta'ala will make it known of him. He who obeys shaitan indeed disobeys the Almighty Lord, and he who disobeys Allah Ta'ala, He will punish him. Know, dear creatures, that the most exalted of conversation and speeches is to speak only about the Almighty Lord, and to have less of that which satisfies one's need is better than to have plenty one cannot control. The best provision for the hereafter is not the gathering of this world. It is not the material of this world. It is not houses, cars, nor is it clothes or money. It is indeed righteousness, piety. Suspicion is a branch of apostasy. Wine is the source of all evil. He who pardons his brothers and sisters, Allah Ta'ala will pardon you on the day, wallahi, you will need to be pardoned on the day of retribution, on the day of judgment. Cursed is he who points a knife at his brother. And this means, dear brothers and sisters, not just pointing a knife by pointing a weapon at your brother. You can point a knife with your tongue by slandering him, by abusing him, by cursing him, by hurting him with your tongue. This is likewise pointing a weapon at your brother. And this person is cursed if he does any such things. Likewise, cursed are those men who resemble the ladies, and the ladies who resemble the women. Cursed is he who commits those filthy, disgusting, abominated, filthy, dirty acts of homosexuality. Cursed is he who places a tattoo on his body, and the one that makes it, the tattooer himself. Cursed is the leader of the accursed, the Satan himself. And every single one that fights Islam, hates Islam, every single one that mocks at Islam, wallahi, they are cursed. They are cursed in the book of the Almighty Lord and on the tongue of no other than our beloved Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. The most gracious, most merciful, rose over his throne in a way that suits his majesty and glory. He is indeed the first, the last, the most high and the most near. He is the knower of everything. Lord of the seven heavens, Lord of the seven earths, the splitter of the seed and the seed stone. Know, dear creatures, that there is nothing in the likeness of the Almighty Lord, nor is there anything comparable or partner to Him. The world that we are living in today is full of mottos and slogans, which is full of laws and systems that man has established, claiming that they have achieved equality and freedom. Claiming that they have achieved, this is man, equality and freedom. However, wallahi, the only freedom in the life of this world and in the life of the next is through the implementation. Is through the implementation of La ilaha illallah. The only freedom that you could ever succeed in, if you want salvation in this life and the next, is through the implementation of La ilaha illallah and no other. The declaration of faith is only is the only key to success. Wallahi, it is. And this was the point of departure of which our beloved Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam began his journey of Tawheed. These little words of 2 phrases broke all bonds, severed all ties, except those of faith, of love for Allah Ta'ala, and of brotherhood in His cause. Ties that transcend, wallah, all considerations of caste, colour and race. Ties that transcend all considerations of caste, colour and race. We say Muslims. We say we love Islam. When you're asked, what are you? You say, I am a Muslim. We hear this all the time. We must realize, dear brothers and sisters, this is a mighty word. It's a word that you have taken it as an entrustment. You will be asked, when you said you are a Muslim, how you performed, what you performed, when you performed. No one is allowed to say he is a Muslim until he also declares enmity to all those that hate Islam, fight Islam, all those that hate our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and all those that hate the Muslims. This is not my saying. This is not one of your sayings. This is not any sheikh, scholar, imam, madhab. This is not the saying of a mortal being. This is the saying of the Almighty Lord in His uncreated word in Surah Al-Mujadilah, verse 22. لا تجد قوما يؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر يوادون من حاد الله ورسوله ولو كانوا آباءهم أو أبناءهم أو إخوانهم أو عشيرتهم. You shall never ever find, Allah is saying to you, you shall never ever find those who believe in Allah and His Prophet loving, showing mercy, befriending, having sympathy to those who deny the Almighty Lord Allah Ta'ala and His beloved Prophet. Even if they were your fathers, your sons, your brothers, or your nearest of kin. However, what we are witnessing today, worldwide, especially in the so-called developed countries, Australia, America, Europe, in those so-called first world countries, those who consider themselves as being, tabarakallah, we are highly intellectuals, technology, highly developed, with evil and mischief. The Muslims living in such countries, they have become so relaxed, so comfortable, that they are no longer aware of those qualities, you, O Muslim, that distinguishes you as being a Muslim from non-Muslims. Wallahi, many of those who live in the so-called Western civilized lands, developed countries, their faith has become so weak that they have adopted patterns of behavior which is absolutely offensive, repugnant to a sincere believer.